yeah, he is not able to become whole until he goes into nature and then out of nature into the
Mm.
highest places in society. And one of those places is corrupt, lacks integrity, and he rectifies that even with threat of violence with his force. And and then when he is given everything, when he sort of conquers that first kingdom, he merely punishes it and disgraces them. And then the second worthy kingdom gives him, yeah, anoints him, sort of adopts him as his, as that king's son. And it's like he takes his rightful place, at the top of society.
Yeah,
And
and
and yeah, he is able to, yeah, become fully human, yeah, through the consummation of the marriage and the wily help of the four guardsmen, and who put it in the fire and make sure to consume it completely, and then also yeah the ministrations of the king's doctor to with his salves and everything to heal his burns. And also I think there's so many stories about a boy becoming a man but receiving some kind of wound, and that
mhm.
I think in rituals, in coming of age rituals for boys to become men, they're given some kind of wound, either symbolic wound or a real wound, and that his burnedness would have something to do with that.
Mhm.
And there's the opposite of that with what he gives to the first king's daughter by with his prickles, because it's like maybe she's not worthy of growing up, you
Mhm.
know.
Yeah, I think like part of him becoming a complete man was kind of finding a complete woman, would
Yeah,
be complementary. So I
yeah,
feel like the good king's daughter, she was kind of ready to accept him as like his in his natural state when he was
yeah,
still a hedgehog. So
yeah.
she
But
was like
she,
kind of already more attuned to nature than like the princess that didn't want to accept him. Like she was kind of away from nature,
you think
or not
that's
ready
nature,
to.
not morality?
We can think of it that way too, but I was kind of thinking of nature too.
Why?
Um,
Because if he represents wildness, or wildness, but yet harmony with nature, you think uh, she's accept the fact that she's willing to marry him shows that she can kind of accept the nature. It's not just because she is trying to help her father keep his agreement, keep his integrity.
I don't know. I think there's multiple layers to it. So yeah, that too. Um, but yeah, she was just ready to accept him as is, and
Hmm.
um,
Yeah, it did show
yeah, and that kind of
reluctance.
helped.
It did show
I
reluctance on
think
her
a
part,
little
but
bit,
yeah.
but like still willingness. But
Hmm.
anyways, like she was just kind of her openness and kind of helped him kind of complete that transformation into a full human being.
Yes. Yeah. He literally, it seems like he can only get rid of his skin when he crawls into bed for like a short time, and then the king's guardsmen have to be very careful sneaking up on that skin, putting it in the fire and making sure it's consumed completely. The story says that.